Right, good morning. It's four o'clock in the morning at the moment, and I'm just looking at this magazine and the probe. The probe or the trigger, whatever, um, and also where the pellet loads into. Loads into there, okay. And what I've found just by putting a little bit of tissue paper in is dust. I've got most of the dirt out. Simon, you made a good remark or comment. Simon Noble, is the Meg gritty? Well, I think what's happening, hang on, let's get a pellet. I think what's happening here, right, is the pellet probe, when the pellet's on the probe, you can't see it. When the pellet's on the probe, it's clipping and ruining the head when it goes into this here, and that's why there's lead. It's a possibility. I mean, I can't be 100% sure on that, but the magazine, now this is an ordinary 2.2 normal head size. It's a normal head size, so it's a 5.5 head. It's not a 5.1 or 5.2, it's a 5.1, 5.0. And when you're trying to load it into the magazine, it's very, very tight. It doesn't really just drop in, you have to push it in with your finger or something else. So you can imagine if you put a 5.1 or 5.2 head size in, how tight that's going to be. So that's one thing I've found. By pushing in the pellet, because the head goes in first, I imagine the head of the pellet is just being scraped. Oh, dear me. As it goes into here. So it's not perfectly aligned to this hole. If you can understand what I mean, when it pushes in, it's not perfectly aligned. I mean, whoever designed this, they must have had a real bad day designing it, And for Umarex to even make them, they're not worried about the customer. They're more worried about their profits, what they're going to make out. Okay, £189. It is the cheapest PCP on the market. That's fair enough to say, but it's not fit for purpose. Absolutely not fit for purpose. I mean, the whole design of this rifle is completely wrong. It's only I started looking at this when I read that comment from Simon Noble, He said, "Hi Terry, is the magazine as gritty as it seems?" Well, the whole rifle's gritty, but you know, when you look at this, if you look back at the video, you can see me pull the lever back, and as the pellet's going in, it's a real heavy push. It's not a smooth push, you know what I mean? So it's juddering the pellet to get into that breech, you know? Yeah, so thanks for your comments, Simon. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have even looked at it. But the thing is out of line. It has to be out of line and clipping the head of the pellet, you know? And the magazine's not helping either. Especially when you think about people buy different head sizes, you know. It's bad enough just trying to use this head size, which is a standard head size. But later on today I will be working on it again. Now I don't know if you noticed, I didn't degas this. You can see the gas is still, well, the air is still halfway. So I'll be taking or loosening this burstis valve slightly just to release the air. And by releasing the air, I'll most probably then be able to get these 3 screws out, because, you know, after thinking about it, I've still got air in the tube, and all the pressure is on the air valve just below this unit. The transfer port goes up through this point here, you know, and so all the air pressure is really on this internal unit here, pushing it back. So that's what's mostly making these screws tight, which done me a favour really, because yes, I did forget about degassing it, and if I did loosen them screws off, you can imagine what's going to happen. That's going to fly out, bloody hell, go through the wall, you know what I mean, or even take my hand off, I mean, or finger. Yeah, and that's all because what Simon said, really, the comment. But as I say, later on today I will be doing a bit more to this. But honestly, I don't think I can do much because of the casting of this unit here and the way the probe is. There's no way you can raise it up or whatever, you know. Yeah, it's just an absolutely bad design. It's a shame because the gun is a nice looking gun. The tolerance is just a little bit out, but there's no way you can alter it. There is a bit of rock in that, so that tells you alone that's a rocking up and down, also side to side. So that's telling you straight away that the machining is not good on this housing. And if you even look at the hammer, see that little spot there? That's where it hits the needle for releasing the air, and that's really some power to cause that. So I'd imagine, I don't know what the needle's going to be like when I get it out. And all the blackness is dust from a pellet. I thought it was a little bit of kind of greasy oil, but it's not. It's pellet dust. So that if that's pellet dust there, all the inside tube will be smothered in pellet dust as well. So yeah, a very, very bad design, and there's not much I can do with it. But even so, I'm still going to take it apart and try it. Okay, so you're getting a damaged pellet as it pushes into the breech. Okay, we understand that. But somehow we've got to try and get this barrel stationary. And when you think about it, you've got this tube, further down the tube, the bigger the vibration is going to be. And it's only into this casting with that single screw. I mean, that alone, if it had 2 screws in, I don't know, it might have helped. But it should have been what I would say, it should have been like a screw-in barrel, you know. But there's, I don't know, there's some sort of grease on this. Why there should be grease on it, I don't know. Look, see the colour of that? That's just off that barrel. I would say the only good thing about this rifle is the air cylinder. Yeah. Even the fill probe, it's so loose, absolutely so, I don't know, you know, it's really hard for me to show you, but I do it with one finger, look. It's so loose, it just goes round and round and round and round. You know, so when you're putting your air in, here, and you turn it thinking it's a dust cover, it might look like a dust cover, but it's not. It moves up and down, side to side, and it's so loose. So the vibration, sooner or later, is going to kick that round so the hole's showing, and it just keep going round and round and round. Yeah. What a lot of crap. And also, if you look, okay, this is a shroud and not the barrel, all right? So the barrel's inside the shroud. But if you look at the gap here, see my finger? And then come down to where the gap is here. It's, I don't know, it could be something like 3 mil out. You know, it's 3 mil bigger this end than it is at this end. Can you see that? Have a look. And the barrel band can only go in one place. This barrel, what I would call a barrel band, that can only go in one place because of the casting of the plastic, what do you call it, but rifle, yeah, I mean the plastic bit what goes all over it. So that can only go in one pace because this bottom locating hole takes one of the little screws which comes out of that plastic cover. Yeah. So until I degas it, I can't do nothing, you know. And at the moment, the only way I can degas it is by this burst disc. Yeah, such a bad design. I mean, if that was the barrel and not a shroud, if that was the barrel drilled all the way through, then rifled, that wouldn't be, well, that would be very good, you know. But to have that, and the amount of play, in there, if you look, you can see the barrel off-centered anyway. Can't really get anything in there to show you, but look, see me moving it? And there's no internal parts on this shroud to hold that barrel still. So as soon as you fire it, it's vibrating. It can't do nothing else. See that? It's just a lot of crap. And I think Umrex should be ashamed of themselves to try and sell it onto the public. Of course, okay, fair enough, I bought one, but then I didn't realise what the internals were at the time, like everybody else wouldn't, you know. If they asked for a donation of £189 and you gave it to them, that's fair enough. But to buy something for £189, which is not fit for the purpose, okay, they can turn around and say, well, it does shoot, but not accurate. Well, yeah, I mean, they're lawyers and stuff like that. If you even took them to court, they've got so much they can say. And the small print, who reads small print? You know. Yeah, it's just a shame. And I think the designer, whoever designed it, was having a real bad day, you know what I mean? Anyway, until I get to work on this, whether I do it, try more today, I don't know, but I will have a go. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.